you. Just give us a clap up front here. Just to set a nice point. You rolling?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And when you're ready.
Hi, I'm Paige Julia, and I make noises for people who like to stay up late.
Paige Julia
Hi,
in
John.
the house. Welcome to the first of our Electric Panther interview series.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, this is the Monday after the Saturday night.
Yeah.
The Saturday night where we've had you down in the neck of the woods.
That's right.
Demolished the dance floor, played an amazing set, 300 plus people. It was really an epic night actually. So it's been great to have you here. Great to host you.
It's been great to be here.
And what we'd like to do today is actually just kind of find out what's going on in the Paige Julia world and
Cool.
see what's been happening with you. So kind of the first thing for us really is we had so much amazing feedback from the gig on the night.
Amazing.
Yeah, lots of people on the dance floor, lots of people having a great time. And so kind of what got you into the scene and what got you fired up about it and how did you start getting into DJing and then producing from there?
Yeah, it's a funny story because it wasn't really my idea at first. So my little brother, Michael, he was 3 years younger than me. We used to watch like videos of trance DJs at the time. It would have been like 2009, 2010. And he was like, we should like do a DJ thing. And at the time I was like, not really sure what I was gonna do with my future. By the time we'd saved up the money for it, he had just moved on to something else.
Right.
But I was like quite ready.
Yeah.
So I borrowed the other half of the money from him and bought the equipment and just started. I was just like so impacted by the power that the DJ had to create a night of music. And I thought that over time I could become that person. So I was just a club kid, just really into like staying up late and, you know, listening to drum and bass. And I met some people in 2014 that were a little bit, I mean, as a straight and narrow city girl, you'd say they're a little bit alternative. And they were telling me about, you know, you've got to come out to a festival sometime. And I just thought it was way too much work. Like, why the hell would I drive out to the middle of nowhere, have to set up camping equipment and spend a week in like what I considered squalor? 2 years after meeting them, I finally bought a ticket to a festival. It was 2016. And I went and it was a mind-blowing experience. And then on the final party night of the festival, I kind of accidentally played the whole night. So from 9:30 p.m. till about 8 a.m. the next morning.
This isn't the legendary Kiwiburn.
That's the one, yeah. Yeah. So, and then after that, there was never any hope of me being invisible again. And when I woke up the next day, maybe like midday-ish, check in with my people and try and organize a ride home, I was just stopped by everyone. And they all wanted to know who I was and where I'd come from.
Yeah.
What a beautiful thing that people care.
Yeah, nice. It's really interesting to hear that. We really noticed it on Saturday night with the gig actually. So there was a huge kind of festival kind of segment of the community coming out. The Kiwiburners, the shipwreck, the kind of explorers, and that really added to the vibe and the whole community sense of the night. And I think that would kind of make a massive experience.
Yeah, I'm so happy they came out because you know sometimes it can be like, oh, it's a club and. You know, you know, maybe we can't be as expressive. Yeah. So the big moment was in 2014. I got picked for my first support slot for the Upbeats. I met Dylan, because it was just Dylan for that show. And I was just like quite fangirling. I was like, you're so awesome, I love music. He basically just kind of planted the seed. He's like, have you ever thought about doing production? He helped me to realize that it was going to be a long process to learn to write good music and that I should be okay with being bad at it because eventually I'd be good. Right. And if you look at the timeline, it's now 7 years from that and I'm only very recently starting to actually really enjoy my output and witness other people enjoy it too in a really good way. Yeah. So I'm totally self-taught. I have no musical background or experience. I don't have parents that, you know, played me jazz records as a child or anything. My mum used to really like Celine Dion and nothing else. She just played the same album, and Dad just liked 80s metal. So don't really come from a musical background. So I've known both of them for a long time. Levi was a friend who I met really early on in my DJ career. To give away the goat, she was one of my first students. She learned all the basics from me, and then she took a really long break, and then she got really re-enthused about it very recently, and she's just been kicking off. Yeah, we lived together for like a good amount of time in this big house full of people who love drum and bass, and we used to just party and be crazy and just be young people. To think about that so long ago, like we were sitting here in the green room on Saturday, and I'm just like, this is so amazing. Like, we're here at Neck of the Woods. Neither of us are from Auckland. We've like filled the place up, just us two and Charlie.
And then with Charlie as well, because he's kind of that festival connection.
Yeah, so I met him at that same first festival at Kiwiburn. Someone linked us up at really early in the week. I think it might have been one of the camp leaders, Leo. He was like, this is Charlie. He's played a Snead place. He's dope and you're dope. You need to know each other. And I was like, okay. At the time, I was like, whatever. And every time I heard really good music, I like kind of popped my head into one of the camps, and it would always be him. So I had him open for me in Raglan recently as well. And yeah, he just knows how to take you on a journey. For me, when you asked me to curate the lineup, I thought the two people that would work really well, I'm grabbing Levi from my like old school drum and bass days, and then I'm grabbing Charlie from my festival background. I managed to like kind of paint a huge picture of where I come from in two people, which is like fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like bringing your family along with you, you know?
So the last two songs that I played, the first one was the one I wrote when my mum died, and it was the reason why I started the album. And like I was just gonna cry, but then I saw the cameras. And I was like, no, fuck it, why am I crying?
Cool though. That's awesome.
And then the other one is called Blooms, which is one I wrote like a little bit after, when I was thinking like how, you know, she'd passed, but there was still so much for me to do. So I just felt like it was a nice way to end it.
Yeah, awesome.
Cool. That's so good.
They're great songs.
Thank you.
Yeah.